Hello viewers, even though Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 has kept audiences waiting for its post-holiday return, one lingering question has already been answered. Meemaw's fate is no longer a mystery. While viewers may still be counting the days until new episodes resume, confirmation about what has become of Connie Tucker, better known as Meemaw, has offered a sense of reassurance. The spin-off series, which follows the adult life of Georgie Cooper and his marriage to Mandy McAllister, may have shifted its primary narrative focus to the newlyweds and their evolving household, but the larger Cooper family has by no means been written out of the picture. From the very beginning, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has made it clear that while it is technically a continuation of young Sheldon, it intends to carve out its own identity. That said, it has never completely severed ties with its predecessor. The Cooper family remains an essential part of the show's emotional DNA, and throughout the series so far, Georgie's relatives have continued to make appearances, reminding viewers that this is still very much a story rooted in family, history, and long-standing relationships. Because the new sitcom is set in the same Texas town that served as the backdrop for young Sheldon, it naturally allows for familiar characters to drift in and out of the story without feeling forced or contrived. This shared setting has been one of the show's greatest narrative advantages. Characters don't need elaborate explanations to appear. After all, they still live nearby, still share history, and still have personal ties to Georgie. As a result, fans have already seen recurring appearances from Mary Cooper and Missy Cooper, both of whom continue to play important roles in Georgie's life. In a particularly creative move, Chuck Lorre and his team have even found ways to keep George Cooper involved in the story, despite the character's complicated status within the timeline. These clever inclusions have helped maintain continuity between the two series and have reassured longtime fans that the emotional threads established in young Sheldon are not being abandoned. However, amid all these familiar faces, one absence has stood out far more than the others. Throughout much of the 2025 to 2026 television season, Meemaw has been noticeably missing from Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Given how central Connie was to young Sheldon, not just as a grandmother figure, but as a sharp-tongued, fiercely independent presence, her disappearance naturally raised questions. Viewers began wondering where she was, what she was doing, and whether her absence signaled something more permanent. Speculation only grew as episodes continued without so much as a proper explanation. While her name was occasionally mentioned, there was no concrete information about her whereabouts, leaving fans to fill in the gaps themselves. Some wondered whether the show was quietly phasing her out. Others worried that her storyline might have taken a darker turn off-screen. Those concerns were finally put to rest when co-creator Steve Molaro confirmed that Meemaw would indeed be returning in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2. Although Molaro stopped short of revealing the exact episode in which Annie Potts would make her comeback, the confirmation alone was enough to excite fans who had been missing her presence. Behind-the-scenes photos and production hints further fueled anticipation, particularly when it became clear that Meemaw would share scenes with both Zoe Perry's Mary Cooper and Emily Osment's Mandy. The idea of these three women interacting is especially intriguing. Meemaw's dynamic with Mary has always been layered with a mix of tension, affection, and unfiltered honesty, while her potential relationship with Mandy opens up new storytelling possibilities. Mandy, as Georgie's wife, occupies a very different role than those who came before her, and seeing how Meemaw reacts to, judges, or bonds with her promises to be both humorous and revealing. While there was never any real doubt that Meemaw was still alive and kicking, the more surprising confirmation came shortly afterward. It was revealed that Connie is still romantically involved with Dale, played by Craig T. Nelson. This detail carries significant weight, especially for viewers who remember the last time the two characters appeared together on Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Their most recent on-screen appearance was far from smooth. At the time, Mima and Dale were dealing with the aftermath of a serious argument stemming from her illegal gambling activities. The disagreement wasn't a minor spat, it was a fundamental clash that called their relationship into question. Dale was clearly hurt and frustrated, even though it was evident that he still wanted to reconcile. The tension between them left audiences unsure whether the couple could truly move past such a significant breach of trust. That uncertainty lingered long after the episode ended. While the two did reunite at a hotel, the encounter didn't provide clear closure. Instead, it felt like a pause rather than a resolution, leaving fans to wonder whether their relationship would survive or quietly dissolve off-screen. Given how serious the conflict was, many assumed that this might be the end of Meemaw and Dale as a couple. That's why confirmation that they are still together comes as such a welcome surprise. It suggests that they were able to work through their issues, weather the storm, and emerge on the other side with their relationship intact. For longtime viewers, this outcome feels both satisfying and earned, as it honors the emotional complexity that has always defined their partnership. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on our channel at Bullseye's Movies.